Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be checking out a new product from Resiners. It is an extender for this G3 machine. I am a little bit impressed already because as you can see, I have several molds in here for this project. And the reason why I have so many in here is because I want to show you how versatile this thing makes, this extender makes this G3 machine. And the way that I say that is because if it's this new extender, it's this part here, comes in a box, and it goes over this. But put your attention on this, because if I had this turned upside down to where it was low, the G3 machine was the deep part, to get it to clear that UV light up there, I could not put this many molds in here because it only has so much space in that deep well. It has so much space, only so much space. And these, you can see that this part is overlapping, so it would not fit. But if you use this extender on this, turn it upside down, put this extender on here, these molds fit in here with room to spare. I'm very impressed so far, because it not only gives you that ability to do that, it gives you the ability to do more molds at the same time when you need to get things done. Now, I've taken some Tiny Turner powder, and it is called, nope, that's not it. I did the poison, I believe. Hang on. I have too many of these in this little bag. Hold on. I believe it's the poison. There it is. It's the Tiny Turner Chameleon Powder. Oh, it is. So you can't see it, but it's called Poison. And I got that from you know who that's from. ToonPish Crafts. She is the affiliate for Tiny Turner Chameleon Powders and Flakes. So anyway, I got that from her before the tariffs went into thing, because now I cannot afford to buy anything from her because of those tariffs. They're too expensive. I just can't do it. I wish I could. Anyway, I've made up some resin here, and we're going to be pouring all these things, but I put that poison in there, and that's going to be the top of that mold, and we're going to do a few things here. So we need to make up some colors, because not everything is going to be the same color. This is definitely going to be the same color, and what I'm going to be using is two different colors. This is Ranger Alcohol Pearl, and it's called Envy. It's a green, and it's a pearl. And then this is from Coture Creations. It's alcohol ink, and it's Verdant. This is hard to get. If you can get it, grab it, because this is the most beautiful alcohol ink I have ever messed with in my life. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But anytime I can get it, I buy 2 or 3 of them at a time, because it's very hard to get it. As you can see, that is, it's like a glitter alcohol ink, and it is so pretty, so pretty. All right, and then this is the pearlescent Ranger. And don't use too much because it can overpower it. It can take over. And you don't want it to take over, I guarantee you. Then I'm going to take, this is like a smorgasbord of colors today. Then I'm going to take this Laura's Art Corner. This is sea green teal mica powder. And I'm going to take a little bit of it, not very much, just a tiny bunch, and add it to that too. Okay? All right. Then we're going to mix it up. It is translucent. I'm not going opaque with it. That's why I'm not using too much of the mica. But it is very, very pretty, and it's very translucent, as you can see on the stick. It doesn't, in the cup, it shows you dark, but if you've been messing with resin for a while, you know that is not the case. And if you haven't been messing with resin, the way to check that is to get you a piece of paper towel, which I don't have over here. Let me grab one. You take a piece of paper towel, and you get that, and you put that on there, and that shows you the color. And see, that is very translucent, and that's what I want. So that is going to do 2 of my molds. It's going to do this guy. And then it's going to do this mold. And I do fill that up halfway, and I want to squeegee it. Right. Make sure I get all that nooks and crannies in there. Fill that up to the top. And look at that. I think I'm going to have just enough. Look at that. Just enough. Woohoo! I think I got just a tad left over that I'm going to throw into this little skull here that I've been putting leftovers in. Almost got it filled up. I think, in fact, this might fill it up. These little skull molds are good to have on the side there to fill up with extra resin. I also have this little guy, because I still have some in here. Let's get the rest of this out here, because I don't waste any resin. It's too expensive to waste. So always have you some little bitty mold of some kind sitting in the wings, waiting to be called up to action. And that took it. Yay! Alright, I'm going to clean this stick off, because I do reuse my sticks. Okay, so we have those 2 little extras. Okay, now, this little guy, I want to put some more color in here. And for this one, we're going to be using, it's acrylic ink by Artist Loft. I get that at Michael's. Sometimes you can catch it in their clearance bin, which I caught this one, and for $3, which was very cheap, because they're most of the time $7, $8, sometimes $9, $10. So it's really cool when you can find it. So, and my little dropper, I think that's why they had it marked down, because the dropper doesn't work. So I'm going to pour that straight out of the bottle. All right. Okay, now we're going to mix this up, and this will be opaque, almost. I think it has a little bit, no, it's going to be opaque, which is good. I can deal with that. Mix it up very well. Okay, and then we're going to put that in this guy. I'm going to pour it in slow so it'll go into all the little nooks and crannies. Not before I get it filled up. I'm going to take a silicone tip tool and go to the ends of that guy. Push that color to the ends, because this one can give you lots and lots of bubbles. It is very intricate mold. It has flower petals, so you definitely want to get in there with a silicone tool so you don't scratch your mold, and be able to push that color in there and get them bubbles out. And I take it all the way around. And you do this before you fill it up, guys, because if you fill it up, ooh, it's a mess maker. Big time mess maker. I'm going to hope that I got it. Clean my little silicone tool off here. And then we're going to finish filling it up. Alright, good deal. Alright, we're going to do just a hint of a get rid of those surface bubbles, but try not to break the tension. And I have a little bit left over, so I'm going to pour some in this little mold here. And it's not going in the machine, it's just extra. Might have a little more. Alright, where's my little... I love the Sheila with Reptiles and Resin turned me onto this little cool gadget here. Scraping off that stuff and getting it to go back in the mold. Alright. Now, since that's extra, I'm going to pull me another little skull here. Everybody likes a yellow skull, huh? I had a little more left over in that than I thought I would. Let's put some in this turtle. It's an exotic yellow turtle. Yellowback. I know those are freshwater turtles, but this can be a freshwater yellowback turtle. Yellow belly. I don't know why I'm saying yellowback. Yellow belly turtle. Get the rest of that resin out of there. Alright. Okay. Now with this guy, and this one you have to have to pour some in there in the head because it has appendages in there, and I have to take this dotting tool and get those bubbles out. If you don't, you will not get your appendages. So, I don't want to fill that up yet because I want to pour. I had to turn this thing on because it will make these fly if I don't. There we go. Those little mylar flakes will go everywhere. If you got a fan on, I'm telling you now. There we go. Okay. Hopefully those will stay in there. And we'll finish filling that up. Okay, and I think I overfilled that. Yes, I did. Make sure I get that before it drops everywhere. Ugh. My little tool. Okay. Hopefully that'll do it. Let's get a couple. Okay. Now, for this guy, I want clear. And not a whole lot. So we're going to give the rest of this to this guy. And I am using BONDCRAFTOR 1:1 resin. For my video for the extender. This extender is so cool because it's allowing me to have all these molds at the same time, and I'm so excited. All right, I'm going to put that in there. Okay, so I'm going to let this cure, put the top on it. And what's cool is the top just fits right on that extender. It was definitely built for it. It's like a little groove in it. And it sits right down on it. It's so nice. There it goes. Sits right down on it. Okay. Now we're going to turn this puppy on. Let me get my glue on. I'm going to put it up to its highest degrees. I think it's 140. Oh, 1:45. And we're going to put it on there for 2.5 hours. Okay? And we'll come back when we're ready for part 2 of the big turtle and we can demold the little guys. Okay? We'll see you then. Okay, it's done. Let's see what we got, everybody. Hold on. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, these are done. So we can undo these. This one is another 2-part thing, so, but we can unmold these. This extender, I'm loving this extender because it let me do more molds at one time on this G3 curing thing. It lifted it up to where that UV light is not in the way, and it allowed me to do more. I'm really loving it. All right, so let's see what this did. Ta-da! It's a sunflower, and it goes with this part here. So let's unmold that. Let me get it back. Do that. It is a little jar of a sunflower jar. Isn't that adorable? No bubbles. Go figure that. You gotta love that. Isn't that beautiful? That is just adorable. Okay. So what do we got on his? Let's see what this is. It's a frog that's holding his hands together like a heart. So it's a Valentine's Day frog. Isn't he cute? Oh, he's adorable. And then this, let's see if we can get this out. Oh, and his little antenna come out. Look at that, y'all. Can you see those little mylar flakes in there? He's beautiful. This is an Intoresin mold. I will link it in the description. Those mylar flakes in there are beautiful. Love this snail. But yeah, that's an Intoresin mold. But I can't believe those mylar flakes in there. Those are gorgeous. I hope that you can see what I can see. Okay, so that's that. Let's get that mold out of the way. Alright, I don't know if these are ready or not because they weren't in the thing, so they're not ready. Alright, so this guy is going to be a different part, but I'm loving this extender, y'all, because it raised it up to where I could put all those pieces in there at one time when you flip that over. Because if you had to do it with the sunken part, I would not have gotten all those in there. So I'm really loving this extender. So this is another part. So what I want to do with this turtle on this part is I want to put these lights in there. So let's see if we can get these lights into the turtle. And I want to put, let me see if I have one here. Hold on. What did I do with those? What did I do with those things? All right, let me find something and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm going to have to paint the flippers. And I'm going to do it with this tiny turner called Aether, A-E-T-H-E-R, Aether. I'm going to paint them because I need to pour it clear. And I don't want the flippers clear. So I'm going to paint them. So I'm not going to bore you with that. I just want to let you know what I'm going to do. So let me get these painted and then I'm going to come back to you. Okay, I got them painted and I'm burnished them in with a bigger brush here. Okay, so let me clean these up real quick. And put my brushes away. Okay, so now I want to mix up some resin and then I'll come back and we're going to pour that. Okay, so I got the thing. I hope this works. I'm not sure it's going to work, but we're going to see if it works. You never know until you try, right? Oh, I'm going to need more than 8 ounces. I'm going to have to fix up a couple more ounces there, y'all. I thought 8 ounces was going to do it, but I don't think so. Well, I won't bore y'all with that. I'm just going to I'm going to put some more resin, fill it up, and then I'm going to put the curing on there, cure machine back on there, and we'll cure it, and then we'll demold it when it gets through. Okay, and so I'll see y'all when it's time to demold. Okay, it's ready. I'll tell you what, you really ought to think about getting you one of these extenders, because I'm so impressed with how many molds I could use. I know everybody else was, I've seen their advertisement of it on the other channels, and they were showing you how you could put tall molds in. And that you can, because it gives you a space about like this away from the UV light in the top of this machine. That usually was the problem with the tall molds. It gives you that height. I don't have a lot of tall molds, but I did notice that by flipping over the base of that, you can put more molds on here. So I'm hoping that you give this a try, because I'm sure that it would become an integral part of your art supplies for sure. And I made another one of these because I had some, and I put some pieces of blue glass in there. Check it out. Ah, oh, these little snails are so cute. Here's the other one that was just mylar flakes. And this I put a little blue glass in there. And some mylar flakes. I didn't get as many bubbles out of him because I have micro bubbles, but they're still so cute. And this little guy, he'll be done later and I'll catch up with you on him. But let's get this guy out and see what we have with him. Definitely. Okay. Oh, let's see what happened with this guy. Oh, yeah. Look at that, how gorgeous. I'm so glad I painted the flippers. Give him some color. Let me turn it this way so you can see him a little bit better. Yeah. Good. Sand that down a little bit. Okay. So let's turn this bright light off and see if he lights up. Ta-da! He lit up great. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? That turned out great. Look at that. How pretty is he? Gorgeous. But anyway, let me turn this light back on. I really am impressed with how many, let me get this mold out of the way. And with how many that I could get in here, just putting this expander on here and flipping this upside down. Because if you had it, oh, hold on. If you had this G3 machine like this, see, this right here alone would have kept me from doing all of those molds. Just this little guy here would have fit in. I could not have fit in this little jar, this snail. What else did we put in there? Oh, the frog. And this mold. See, it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit in there. But using the expander, you have the ability to flip this over and put that expander on there and have more room, because it doesn't matter if the molds come off of the side of it as long as the expander holds it in. Let me put this back on there. I'm telling you, this is a great, great addition from Resiners. So definitely, it'll be linked in my description. So definitely check it out. I think that you won't be disappointed if you already have one of these G3 machines, which is changing the time that you can cure things in as fast as 2 hours. So this right here is a wonder in itself. So if you have the opportunity to get you one of these G3 machines, please do that. I will I will link it in my description as well. And I hope that you enjoyed today's video. And I am looking forward to this new year and getting more videos done. I'm going to be moving soon, so I'm going to be having a better studio, so I'm getting excited about that. I won't be so cramped up in my space, and it'll be really great. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you don't want to say anything, give it an emoji or something. If you're new to the channel and you haven't decided to subscribe, think about it. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps the channel very well. And I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everyone that's been in there and that's hung out with me, and I really do appreciate any new ones. I'm getting so close to 1,000, but it just seems like it just doesn't want to get there. So I'm praying that that's going to go forward, and I'll be able to get there soon, and we'll have a giveaway. And but I'm looking for bright new things for the new year, so stay with me, stick around, and we're going to do it together and have fun for sure. But remember, there are blessings everywhere, and if you haven't found one, be one. Later, guys. Bye. Love y'all.